I am the emptiness outside all understanding. I am the void made flesh. I am Shuma Gorath. You don't have what it takes to challenge a god.
Steve! Hold on, I'm coming for you!
Sam, stand down. We gotta wait on Strange. There's nothing you can do against that thing.
He has the captain! I gotta get him
Sam,
free!
are you out of your mind? You don't even have the serum. Stand down. It's already taken out Tony and the Hawk.
Hold on, Cap!
What do you think you could do against that thing?
The best that I can. Let him go!
Ah! Sam!
My name is Optimus Prime.
Welcome to Notland, boys and girls. My name is Mr. Darling, and today we will be unboxing Gargantos from the Marvel Legends Gamerverse series of action figures. This is one of their big boys that they released this year, along with the Hulk and Juggernaut, and I do believe a Venom, which I don't have, but I was very excited to get this figure. There's also a Dragon Man figure that's much more expensive, but was most excited about Gargantos, whose name I know originally as Shuma Gorath from, once again, the games Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I don't think they have the license to put Marvel vs. Capcom, but that's where he's from. That's where he became popular in a much more smaller form, as you can see here. I've always kind of sucked at these games, but I enjoyed them immensely. He's mostly been called Shuma Gorath throughout most of his appearances throughout the Marvel comics, but Marvel has tried to shy away from that name because that name originally comes from the author of Conan, Robert E. Howard, came up with that name to describe this dark god, this curse of the dark gods, this being that exists between the void, between the universes. This is the physical manifestation that we see of Shuma Gorath. He is uber freaking powerful. He is the void made flesh, and today we will be unboxing this action figure. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let's start right here. I do believe it's now I haven't seen what he looks like out of the box, but I know he's a healthy size because the box is heavy. Take him out of here. Ooh, look at them tentacles. That is so dope looking. There he is. There's the big eye, and then there are 6 tentacles in this little bobby thing or looking thing. So take him out here. Let's construct them. At least there's not all these knots. I'm going to take these out and then we're going to put them together. Here are the 6 tentacles outside of their box, outside of the packaging, and they are bendy. Ooh, bendy. And they articulate at the hand here. Here is the cosmic being. You can move his eye around like so. And you can close it. That is ugly. The arms just easily snap in. So it's like these little pegs. Make them to a starfish. Oh, look how big that is. Look how big it is. So thick. And there he is. Menace. Menace to society. Hold on, let's pose him. A menace to the universal society and order of things. That is ugly. and cool at the same time. Here is Gargantos completely out of the packaging, posed up in my diorama, looking fantastic, looking like we just woke him up for some early morning breakfast or something, looking crazy, looking insane. I love it. Look at that eyeball. Look at that eyeball. And if he gets too tired, you can go ahead and just blink shut. I'm going to show you guys some of the articulation here and how bendy he actually is with some of the tentacles. But so far, I love this action figure. I bought him to be the centerpiece of this diorama so that he could be like a boss character against my Masters of the Universe toys who want to rule the universe by any means, not knowing that there are some cosmic entities that are not to be trifled with. You know what I mean? Like, so here is Gargantos, and let me show you guys how bendy or non-bendy these tentacles actually are. So it's kind of, I love it, but I'm disappointed that they're not bendy all the way to the bottom. So you have this part right here where you have the hands where you can bend it back and forth. You can turn it around so you can do this, but it's only bendy in the middle right here. The tentacles, I mean, only bendy there. They're not bendy down here. Ah, snake. But open his eye. So you have to like be real specific about where you pose him. I originally bought him so he could be like back here, but he's a lot bigger than I actually anticipated, which is even better because he looks great. He's gonna look amazing for photography and everything in the sort. But there he is. Oh Shuma. Or my bad. Gargantos. Like I said, I love this figure. This is probably my favorite figure this year. I'm not going to even hold you up. Next to this one and the Batman Returns McFarlane action figure. I know a lot of people don't like this Maximum Series Hulk, but I have a thing for green. Apparently. And this Hulk is my favorite Hulk that I've had in a long time. I used to have a much bigger Hulk action figure when my kids were smaller, but that was ages ago. But I'm very, very satisfied with this figure. But like I said, I just wish it was bendy all the way throughout the tentacles and not just on the things. But I do want to spotlight this figure a little bit more on my channel just to show how much I do love it. I think that there's an echo chamber saying how much people hate this figure because of the soft chest and maybe, I don't know, the articulation is on point, at least for me. But a lot of people are saying that the head sculpts, which it came with 3 different head sculpts. This is one of the head sculpts that it came with, this Hulk. And this is a Shuma Gorath video, but I just had to talk about this figure too because it's amazing. I love this Hulk. I've had other Hulks in the past too. You know, like I said, when my kids were younger, I had a much bigger Marvel Legends Hulk when the series first came out, and it was from Toy Biz. But I like this Hulk, and I know people say, "Oh, if you don't have the other Hulk figures, I guess it's a good Hulk." Da 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 da. But I've seen way too many toy channels talking about this is a terrible Hulk figure. This is a terrible Hulk figure. How? How? One of the things I do feel that Marvel Legends got right this year is their big boy figures. This is a big boy figure. The Juggernaut is a big boy figure, which I want to get. This Shuma Gorath, obviously. All right, now we're going to take you about the thing. Is a big boy figure. He is having Ultimate Captain America hostage. But yeah, I think sometimes there's an echo chamber of like people saying the exact same thing. And maybe they're saying the same thing because there is some flaws in this figure that I personally don't see. But for me personally, it's one of my favorite figures of the year. Just have to make that tangent. I have to get that figure some appreciation.